MP Promotions President Sean Gibbons thinks Errol Spence will have a reality check against Manny Pacquiao in their welterweight world title fight on August 21 in Las Vegas. Gibbons feels the undefeated champion's defense is suspect, which will be exposed by Pacquiao in their highly anticipated bout. "I believe the senator, being an 8-time world champion, first ballot Hall of Famer, understands how to cut the distance and break guys down," Gibbons told BoxingScene.com. "I don't believe that Errol Spence has that good of a defense. I really believe from when I watched him up close."
Truly one of the stars of boxing today, and pound for pound greats, he is undefeated in his campaign in the ring. The hard-hitting, reigning and defending, undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, the truth, Errol Spence Jr.
And personal that he has a great jab and he has good position with his feet, but he is going to come to realize that the senator has some Superman abilities. Something out of this world at 42.5 years of age, with the speed and the power. Pacquiao has been inactive since beating Keith Thurman back in July 2019, but that too has worked to his advantage, according to Gibbons. The time off has reinvigorated him. He feels great. The senator fears nobody. He fears no fighters. He only fears God. Pacman has 67 wins, opened as a significant underdog against the 31-year-old Spence, who has 27 wins, he who holds the IBF and WBC belts. But for Gibbons, there's a reason why Pacquiao is boxing's only 8-division champion, and Spence is going to find out soon. Come August 21, he is going to show Errol Spence why he won 8 world titles in 8 different divisions. This is really historic for him because the first belt he ever won in the US was the IBF against Ledwaba, and the first belt he ever won was the WBC as a flyweight, so he has come full circle. 26 years later, here we are again. Amazing.
We see some great action by Spence. He wants to mix it up a little bit more, so he steps to him, throwing some good body punches. Then he comes up to the head. His hands are nice and high. He's got Mikey up against the ropes.
Well, he's landing there right now. Very solid stuff.
Oh, left uppercut by Spence.
Yeah. I don't know how much of these punches he's going to be able to take. This is what happens when you step up. You know, these guys punch a lot heavier.
By Spence. There's the left by Spence.
Crowding him right now, putting him in the corner. Unanswered punching.
You look at this, here goes Errol Spence leading with that left hand, landed right on the button. That was a beautiful shot.
And here you see where he's doing that.
There was a left from Spence.
Oh, good left hand by Errol Spence. See Errol Porter there. Kenny Porter just yelled out to his son.
Well, Spence caught Porter with a right.
Oh!
Porter coming right back. 1 minute remaining and
Who will win the upcoming welterweight championship contest between living legend Manny Pacquiao and the unified IBF, WBC welterweight world champion Errol Spence Jr.? The fight will happen on August 21, 2021, and it will be televised on Fox PPV. Pacquiao is technically still the WBA champion in recess. Whatever the hell that even means. But Pacquiao never lost the WBA trinket in the ring. And regardless, this is undoubtedly one of the very best welterweight fights that can be made at this time. After the funding failed to materialize for a negotiated bout between Pacquiao and WBO welterweight champion Terence Crawford, Pacquiao was able to secure a title fight with the other top talent at 147 in Spence. We last saw Spence in action last December when he successfully defended his unified championship with a 12-round unanimous decision victory against Danny Garcia. For Spence, that was the first fight he had since suffering injuries in a serious car accident in 2019.
Oh, down goes Thurman!
And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch. And Manny Pacquiao moved in with his legs and his hands and caught Thurman backing up. Thurman thought he could back up quick enough, but he wasn't quick enough to get it out of the reach of that punch.
Thurman knocked down late in round one. Oh, big right by Pacquiao, stunned Thurman. That was a nice little move by both guys. The counter punching and accuracy.
Pacquiao looks very quick right now.
Can you imagine at 40 years old still bringing this type of game to a young, strong champion that's never been beaten?
Boxing's pride of the Philippines, the ageless wonder, Manny Pacman Pacquiao!
The last time we saw Pacquiao fight was way back in July of 2019, when he had a turn-back-the-clock type of performance to win the WBA welterweight title against Keith Thurman. With the victory, Pacquiao became the oldest boxer to win a major world title at welterweight, and he likewise became the first boxer to become a four-time welterweight champion. So by the time the match with Spence takes place, it will have been more than 25 months since Pacquiao last fought, and more concerning still, Pacquiao is now 42 years old, which is ancient for welterweights. But despite Pacquiao's advanced age, he's still one of the very best welterweights competing today, along with Spence Jr. and Crawford. Whoever wins this fight will be widely, and rightly, regarded as the best welterweight boxer in the world today. So who will win, Erol Spence Jr. or Manny Pacman Pacquiao? This edition of Rummy's Corner will provide a quick preview of the upcoming welterweight championship contest between Erol Spence Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. Please watch and enjoy the video for one man's opinion on the matchup. Pacquiao could have taken an easy match against Mikey Garcia and made good money in a safe fight. Instead, Pacquiao has signed up to take on arguably the #1 welterweight in the division in Errol Spence Jr. on August 21st, and he may be sorry for it later. If Spence, 31, agrees with what WBC featherweight champion Russell Jr. is saying about needing a knockout to beat the superstar Pacquiao, we could see him going. Spence will be defending against the inactive former 8-division world champion Pacquiao on Fox Sports pay-per-view in Las Vegas, Nevada. Russell sees the 42-year-old Pacquiao's high work rate and his countering ability being a major factor in him piling up rounds to win a decision over IBF, WBC welterweight champion Spence. Spence's ability to throw to the body could give Pacquiao massive problems because he's had problems in the past when facing body punchers. Pacquiao can take a good shot to the head, but he's more than human when he's hit with body shots. Manny Pacquiao has a punch output that can possibly make Errol pay for certain stuff, said Russell Jr. I don't think Errol is going to be able to match his punch output. I think Manny Pacquiao will have the ability to rack up the points throughout the fight if Errol doesn't trap him in the corner and hit him and hurt him, Russell Jr. said. Pacquiao can and will make Spence pay for any missed punches, but he will need to be ready to get hit right back in return. With Spence's competitiveness, along with his size, power, and technical skills, he'll be looking to nail Pacquiao in return each time he's caught. Errol must knock out Pacquiao to win. If he can't hit him and hurt him, he'll be in for a long night, said Russell Jr. about Errol needing to hurt Pacquiao for him to win. Errol will be in for a long night if he can hit and hurt Pacquiao. I don't think Errol will win the fight by decision. Errol will win by knockout or stoppage. If it goes to decision, I'll give it to Pacquiao. You can never underestimate anyone in that square. If Pacquiao gets beat and gets hurt, it's okay in my eyes. We're fighters, we know what we're signing up for, and he's one of the best fighters to actually do it. And as a fighter, he will want to go out on his shield. Real fighters will want to go out on their shield. If I'm going to pass the torch on, I'm going to pass it on to someone that is going to carry this and running the way I did. I think if Errol were to beat Pacquiao. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. And hit the notification bell to keep you updated on my latest video uploads. See you on my next vlog.